Homeopathy is a system of medicine that was developed by a medical doctor named Samuel Hahnemann. He became frustrated with the medical practice of his time and therefore looked at natural remedies in a diluted form to use them as medications, thereby not getting any side effects from the medication. It has changed in certain ways since those times, in that now there are different forms of homeopathy. There's a classical homeopathy where they use single remedies, and then homotoxicology where you treat more in a medical form. I was exposed to homeopathy because I was brought up on homeopathic medication, and therefore for me it seemed a natural form of medication to go into. And chances are that if until now you've never heard the word homeopathy or you've never taken homeopathic medication, it may not be the right form of career for you to take, because in a way it is a lifestyle and it is something that you would have known about before. A frustration would be in my practice that I sometimes get people coming as a last resort because they've never heard of it before, and actually it should be a first resort, but those are people that are brought up on the medication that know about it.
Okay.
A typical day at the practice for me would be, it's a private practice where I work on my own. Patients would come in with a large different number of complaints. Really anything that somebody would go to see a medical doctor with that isn't a surgical problem, they would come to see me with. They would sit and I would ask them a number of questions. The consultations usually last an hour. After asking them questions, I would do a normal medical examination of blood pressure, looking in their ears, listening to their chest, whatever their pathology is. And after that, I would make a medical diagnosis of what their problem is and then prescribe the homeopathic medication necessary for that particular problem. It's important to bring to your attention that one of the biggest challenges of the job, although it is a very rewarding job in what you do, because you do help people and you see people fixed that aren't able to be fixed in other ways, is the opposition that you get from the medical profession. It's a continual, everyday, upgoing battle where you aren't really accepted by your medical colleagues. And unless you are very passionate about what you're doing, it will become a pain and it will become something that you need to fight every single day. Homeopathy is a great profession. I really enjoy it. You work for yourself, you don't work for a boss. You're self-employed, you can determine your own hours, you don't get call-out like many other medical professions, and it is really a profession where you have control of the number of patients you want to see and the hours that you want to work, and it is very rewarding.